Hello, everybody. This is Martha Alter Hines with Living the One Light. All right. In this video, I am being called by the spirit world to share a message and actually to channel a message about a skill or a step that they are being quite clear and adamant is really crucial for us to be doing in this time in whatever way is exactly right for each of us. So, of course, with anything and everything I say, or maybe anybody says, take what feels right and leave the rest. But for many of us in this moment, what the spirit world is saying is so key. One step that's so key as we are here holding space for this transformation of our world, healing of our world, creating, the world that we are here to be creating, etc. One major key component in that is radical forgiveness. So first, I want to say a little bit about that from the human Martha, me, and then I'll channel a message because I really, really, I can feel this orb of light just descending on me and wanting to come through. So I will let that happen. And first, I want to ground this in a little bit and speak about it a little bit from an astrological perspective and also just the human me perspective, speaking to the human you perspective. So at this moment that I'm recording this video, this is Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. This message is relevant anytime you happen to be listening to this, but just to contextualize, in this minute that I happen to be recording it, Saturn is at 0 degrees of Pisces, going retrograde, but basically, in a sense, almost stationing direct. It's about to go direct November 4th, 2023, and it's going to go direct at 0 degrees of Pisces. So it's not at the exact minute where it's going to go direct, but it's in that same degree of 0 degrees Pisces. And Pisces, especially if we're coming to that 0 point of Pisces, but any of Pisces, has to do with radical forgiveness. It has to do with letting go and letting God, if you know that phrase, right? It has to do with, Pisces has to do with the all that is, the everything and the nothing, the alpha and the omega, spirit, ourselves as source, all of that. And something that the spirit world is saying to me, and I'll be really curious to hear what comes through when I channel for all of us in a minute, but Saturn currently is the ruler of Pluto, because Pluto it just went direct and it's in the end degrees of Capricorn. So as you probably know, Pluto is doing this dance right now between the very end degrees of Capricorn and then its entry into Aquarius. And it's still going to be doing that dance through most of 2024. Also, it'll finally, move into Aquarius for good for the next 20 years in November of 2024. So a little more than a year from now. But for the next year, next 13 months, Pluto is still doing this dance at the end degrees of Capricorn and the very, 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 very beginning degree of Aquarius. So Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, and actually in traditional astrology, also actually Aquarius. So either way, you could say that Saturn is the ruler of Pluto at this moment, if you use that wording. I realize ruler is not necessarily the best word, but I'm going to use that word for this moment. So it's the wisdom keeper. I like that phrase. Yes. So Saturn is very related to Pluto at this moment. So Pluto, being in Capricorn, is dissolving all of these structures of what we have thought of as normal in our world, in ourselves, in our society, and just how we conceive of life. So as we are trying to create this new earth or this new world or whatever it is, even if you don't believe in new earth, that terminology, I think we all want a more healed, happier world. So if you just want to think of it on that level, if we have this goal to be present on this planet and holding space for a more healed world, the dissolving of the structures is one key component of that eventually happening, right? Or being in the process of happening right now. And yet, as I've talked about in previous videos, the death of, Pluto is associated with death, but it's not associated with death in the finality sense. It's not a linear process of it's dead and then it's done. Pluto has to do with transformation, and so it has to do with the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a cycle. So when we come to the end of a cycle, there's then the spark of the beginning of a cycle. And this came through so powerfully and so strongly in a couple of things I have channeled over the last couple of months. When Pluto was exactly squaring the nodes of the moon in the summer, in July, what the spirit world channeled through me is that Pluto exactly squaring the nodes of the moon was like the caterpillar going into the chrysalis, dissolving all the way into completely into goop, and then there being a spark of conception that happens. Like there needs to be, so there's a moment between the ending and the beginning where there's a spark of the new beginning, right? The conception moment. So the spirit world essentially was saying, when Pluto was exactly squaring the nodes, that was the moment of conception, in a sense, on a soul level for us, for many of us. And now that Pluto is moving, the nodes are moving. So and Pluto is moving, but especially the nodes are moving a little faster than Pluto in general. And so Pluto has moved on, the nodes have moved on from that exact square of Pluto. And so Pluto is now going to be, moving toward not squaring the nodes anymore. It's still within orb of squaring the nodes, and it will be for basically the rest of this year, but it's moving away from that exact square. And so what the spirit world channeled through me regarding that energy now is that now, as Pluto has exactly squared the nodes in July of 2023 and is now moving past that exact square, moving out of that exact square, it's the energetic is of the spark has happened inside the chrysalis of, the caterpillar went into the chrysalis. We were in the chrysalis for a long time. We totally dissolved into the goop. And then there was that spark of new life. And now the butterfly is forming. So one of the key components as the new structure of this butterfly, this metaphorical butterfly of all of us, of our world, of society, what the spirit world is saying is that one of those key components in the organic emerging of what this butterfly is, that is all of us, that is our world, etc., and each of us individually, is related to Saturn right now at 0 degrees of Pisces, about to go direct at 0 degrees of Pisces. And what they are so clear and so adamant about is that is part of the energetic of that is this radical letting go, this radical forgiveness. So I want to speak to that a little bit on the human level. And I'm speaking from personal human experience too, right? So, and that's kind of what I want to address before I channel. So when I know for me personally, when I think of forgiving, when I go into myself and I feel energetically the energies that are there in me of past hurts or betrayal or anger I have toward certain people or situation or whatever it is. When I get this message, you need to radically let go and forgive everything, literally everything. My spirit loves it. It feels amazing. It feels so freeing. It feels ecstatic. It feels blissful. I love it. Okay. The human me, the maybe more of my heart and maybe my body in a certain sense, I feel angry. I still am upset about XYZ thing or things. And so there is definitely a part of me that hangs on and doesn't want to let go and wants to continue to be upset or to set boundaries or whatever it is that I need to do. So what the spirit world is saying to me, and I think this is part of what I want to convey, that's so important about radical forgiveness. Lots of people talk about radical forgiveness, but a component of it that I want to make really clear from the human Martha to you, the human you, is that it's not necessarily about deciding that whatever happened was okay. It's not necessarily about definitely not necessarily about having a particularly damaging person or situation come back into your life. That's not what this is about. And it might be. I mean, that may or may not be right for you. That's not the point. It's not about the story. It's not about deciding that so-and-so did this, I'm really upset about it, and now I'm going to choose to not be upset about it. And you might, maybe that it will shift. The point, I'm guessing this will come through more and when I channel too, is the point is the energetics of it. The point is radical forgiveness in the structure of our own being and the structure of the energetics of our planet, the structure of the energetics of our relationship to the all that is, so that we can come back into balance and harmony on a cellular level, on an energetic level, on an emotional level, on a physical level, on a spiritual, all of it, right? So I really want to emphasize this incredibly important difference between cognitively or even emotionally deciding to get over something. That's not necessarily the point. It could be the point. It could be part of what goes on. But even if there's something that, I'm thinking of something that came into my awareness that happened years ago and came back up into my awareness, which absolutely we're in the middle of these eclipses where, Pluto's squaring the nodes, Pluto's squaring these eclipses, Pluto in Capricorn, all of it. We absolutely could be having things resurface that were traumatic. That is huge possibility right now, is that things will be re-emerging that need to be cleared. So I have an example of that, I won't go into exactly what it is, but just I'm thinking of something, right? Just to ground my own explaining of this in myself. So there's a situation that happened years ago for me and was not okay. Absolutely not okay. So, I can think of ways in which, when I look back, what transpired, in a sense, put me on the path where I am now. And that was so correct. Like, it was so in my best interest and in the best interest of what it is I'm here to be doing on the planet. Absolutely, yes. So on a spiritual level, I see kind of, why it happened and why XYZ person maybe on a higher, not consciously, but on a higher level, maybe did certain things. And on the human level, it was unethical, unjust, incorrect, just period, right? There's no, like, even years later, there's no way to justify it on a human level. It was just not good. And so again, it's not about me when I go into this praying of this, them having me go into this radical forgiving. It's not that I feel called to decide that what they did was okay, because it just wasn't. Right? And that we see so many of those things in the world. It's just not okay. So many things. You can easily think of many examples of that. And yet, what I experience in myself when I go into this, they have me just find all the layers of anything and everything that is stuck or stagnant or needs to be let go, and that I need to go do this radical forgiving. Wow. I mean, really gigantically, wow. So for example, with this situation, I can feel especially in my solar plexus, like my third chakra, and to a certain, I feel in my third chakra like a blocking and like this anger, like I just want to like fight back and tell them it was unjust. Right? And we have Eris Xena currently on the north node of the moon. We have Lilith on the south node. Like, we have a lot. If you're feeling the sense of like injustice and anger about injustice, that's a very alive energy in the sky right now. It just is. So just to acknowledge that as a side note. So there's this part of I can feel it in my body, again, my my third chakra especially feels clenched, like, no, big no. That was no. And you need to know it was no. Okay, but see, I even feel when I'm saying that you need to know part, then my body goes, no. They don't need to anything, right? It's not about that. So, but anyway, I come back to my body and I feel, in this instance, in my third chakra, that anger and that drive to do something about it. And I feel in my heart sadness, grief, like it was unjust, and not just to me. It was other people were hurt, and anyway, long thing, right? So, so I feel sadness, and then so I'm just naming like what is there in the human me. Then when I go into that place of, okay, I'm being called to radically forgive. Again, it's not a cognitive thing. It's not that I need to decide that it was okay. What I feel in my body and my being is the spirit world essentially is saying, let that third chakra go. Just that block, let it go. Let the structure. So again, Saturn, the structure of your own body, your own being, your own energetic body and being, The forgiveness is about letting my own being, my own chakra system, my own energetic system, oh my God, relax back into the divine blueprint energetically of who I am, right? That is who we are, is like, regardless of the XYZ thing that maybe happened that we were upset about, or even still are upset about, we still are innately the energetic blueprint of the divine as ourselves. And when we're holding things, the resentment or the anger or whatever it is, and then we let go and go into this radical forgiveness place, it's just a matter of returning to who we actually are. So again, I could still, and I can still choose to not engage with XYZ situation or person or whatever it is. That's a different story. That's a different conversation. And yet the radical forgiving is about coming back to Pisces. It's about coming back to, this is me, the structure of me as the divine. And I can let it go. And then Pisces, the divine, can flow through me as me, and then the polarity of Pisces is Virgo. So Virgo is holding the structure of who we are, the temple that we are, and the Pisces energy can just flow freely through that temple that we are. And we actually currently at this minute have Venus in Virgo. So that's supporting us in that, which is really beautiful. Okay, yeah. So I think that's what I feel called to say on a human level. I will now drop in and I will channel. 1 second. Okay, hello, beautiful being. So yes, we would love to convey a message for you about this radical forgiving and radical forgiveness, what it is, how to do it in whatever way is exactly right for you, and why. So we invite you to take a deep breath and drop into your body. Feel an orb of light descending on your body, your being, connecting you with the all that is you. And feel a spark of light in the center of Mother Gaia, Earth, holding her body, her being, surrounding you, filling you as you are part of the body and the being of Mother Gaia, Earth. You are source, the divine, your own spirit, your own self. And the earth all as one. So you can also feel the spark of your own, the light of your own heart spark awake, fill you, surround you, mix with that light of the heart of source, the light of the heart of earth, all three lights, all mixing as one. And feel as you're taking some more long, slow, deep breaths, you can feel yourself just relaxing. Letting yourself be held by all three versions of those lights. So a main key component of what we want to convey is the reality that this light that is you is your natural way of being. It is your natural state of being. It just simply is you. And when you have been moving and existing in this lifetime on Earth, and then through all of your existences throughout the entire time-space continuum, your lifetimes on planet Earth and anywhere and everywhere else in that time-space continuum, there are ways in which your experiences create stories, and the stories create energetic patterning and energetic holding. And that's natural. That's part of the dance of being and living and moving as part of the time-space continuum. And at the same time, the ultimate reality is that you are the everything and the nothing. You are the alpha and the omega. You are where everything starts and ends. You are the light. You are source itself. You are the void that is the everything and the nothing, that's beyond the time-space continuum. The time-space continuum is a dance. It's where form exists, where this gentle holding of Saturn energy is supporting existence to have and do and be a dance of life in form, in time, in space, through various dimensions. And yet the ultimate reality is that that's both real and not real. Ultimately, it's not real. There is no time, there is no space. It's all just one. So as Saturn in your time-space continuum reality is doing this dance where it is, in your conception, moving to go direct at 0 degrees of Pisces. It's an energy, it's a story, it's a support for you, a gentle, easy, comforting support that is helping you, holding you to let go of all of those stories. And one key component of the letting go to return to yourself as the energetic of the all that is this experience you have of forgiving and of letting go and of just simply rebecoming the energy, the vibration that is purely, truly you. It's a vibration of pure, ultimate, divine, unconditional love. And that energy of pure, unconditional love just exists. It just is. It has nothing to do with helping or healing anybody or anything, except in everything's divine timing and divine right order of the all that is. So it's actually just a matter of being. So taking another deep breath, we invite you to feel held to just simply be, to be yourself as the divine, to be yourself as the light that is you, the light of your own heart, your own spirit, your own being, the light of the heart of Mother Gaia Earth, the light of the heart of Source itself, the light of the divine as the all that is. And a related reminder we want to give is that as you all discuss you discuss the earth becoming new, the earth becoming new earth, what that really is about, what that really means, is a reality that is inevitable of everything in all of existence through the whole time-space continuum and beyond, coming back into the radical balance and harmony of the nothing, of the all that is, of the everything, all is one, of infinity. So certainly, as a being of Earth, there might be ways in which you feel called to do something, to actively create something, to put into form something or other. But we want to remind you that the ultimate reality of this new, quote unquote, new way of being is actually incredibly, infinitely, and ultimately very old. It is just simply a matter of returning to what is. And what is everything as the all that is. So when you are holding space for a visioning and an emerging and a birthing of whatever it is that you are here to be creating as beings of earth together, holding space for the earth to come back into right relation with the all that is, which is her natural way of being, her natural state of being as well, with you and as all of life, as you. We just want to remind you again, not that there won't be moments or times when you feel called to strive to do something, but it really is a matter of allowing the divine, the intelligence of the divine to birth the new earth, to birth what it is that the earth knows itself to be. So with Uranus and Taurus, this is very much an energetic of coming back to the reality of the earth as a divine being, your bodies, which are earth, as divine beings. The earth knows, just like your body knows, what its natural state of being is as a being of the divine. So it is absolutely key that as you so beautifully are here to be stewards, to be servants of this birthing of a new world, in a sense, that it be done with incredible humility, that this is really the earth itself birthing herself. This is the cosmos itself coming back into deep, profound, radical balance and harmony of the all that is. And really, it's about the inevitability of the entire time-space continuum simply coming back into right relationship with itself, with the all that is, into that radical balance and harmony that is the void, that is the all that is itself as the divine, playing a dance, moving, undulating. The whole entire time-space continuum is like a womb. It's like a chrysalis. It's like a divine chrysalis. And just like the earth and just like your own body, it knows innately, and it is held by that existence of the everything and the nothing to just naturally and easefully come back into balance and to be in balance and harmony with itself and in itself. So to come back to the whole notion of radical forgiveness, again, it's a matter of energetics. It's a matter of energy. It's a matter of vibration. It's a matter of you are the light. You are the divine. You are a being that is the radical balance and harmony of the all that is, literally. So when you very understandably have reaction or hang on to reaction about storylines of things that have occurred in this lifetime or other lifetimes, or that you witnessed happening in this lifetime or other lifetimes or even other existences, it is absolutely, completely understandable that you then have ways in which you hold yourself, and that you might have energetic scar tissue that feels like it's inevitable that it would be there. And the real point here is that it's not inevitable. What is inevitable, actually, is that you are that radical balance and harmony of the all that is. Your energy body is the divine. It is source itself. It is completely, totally, radically in balance and in harmony as the all, as the nothing, as the everything. So when you let go, when you do this radical forgiving, you might notice drastic shifts in your human relationships. You might notice incredibly powerful changes in your actual day-to-day life. You absolutely probably will feel, do feel drastic changes in your emotional well-being, even your health, physical well-being, because everything then can flow. Light can flow. Love can flow. Most of all, love can flow in your body, through your body. Joy can flow. And you can take this easily, gently, slowly, carefully, just one moment at a time. There's no rush. Just feel held. To feel anything and everything that you notice letting go as you set in this intention to radically forgive everything. Again, on an energetic level, you can just notice the blood suddenly rushing in to maybe places in your body that it hasn't been flowing. Maybe you notice light suddenly flowing through parts of you as well. Maybe you notice your heart opening. Maybe you notice love flowing through you, through your being, through every cell of your being, through your heart. Your heart is a portal of light. And one offering we can make for you is, you could even try as an experiment, if there's a circumstance or a situation that feels particularly like there's stuck energy there, you can imagine pure, divine, powerful love of source, of the all that is. Just imagine your heart opening like a tunnel, and that power of the unconditional love of the all that is just powerfully flowing through the tunnel of your heart more powerfully than just about anything in existence. And feel how that clears your own being, your own heart. And just notice, I mean, again, that you can do this as an experiment. Just notice what you feel, what you see, what you maybe hear or just observe. If you let that powerful light, that powerful unconditional love, with no effort from you whatsoever, you're being fueled as this is happening. So this is not you giving anything. This is source itself, which is you on an ultimate level, sending a river of powerful, unconditional love and light through your heart, through your being, and filling and just blasting that whole situation or that person or that memory or maybe even parts of yourself. Maybe there are parts of you that want to let go, that need to be forgiven also. And just imagine that light and that unconditional love pouring down, pouring over, pouring through whatever that situation is. And just let go and let God, let the divine, let source take care of this for you. And feel what happens. Do this even for 10 seconds, 30 seconds, and just feel as an experiment what this feels like. So you are the power of source. You are the power of the divine. You are literally the light of the all that is and that unconditional love. That is the power that is you. And that is everything. So again, you can experiment with this. Just feel for a moment what it's like, instead of clenching or bracing against something or feeling anger or fear or rage or whatever it is. Just take, again, maybe 10 seconds, even 1 second, 1 minute, whatever it is. And instead, feel what it's like, even as a gift to yourself, to let source blast the whole situation or that person or yourself or all of the above, maybe everything, with the full power of the light of the all that is, the full power of unconditional love of the all that is. And you can also say to source itself, to God, to whatever word you use that feels right for you, please take the darkness, please take the stuckness, please take anything and everything that is needing this radical forgiving, and just love it completely, totally, radically back into the light. Just love it completely, totally, radically back into the light. And so say that one more time. You can say this prayer if it feels right for you. Please, God or source or spirit, the all that is, please love this situation, this person, myself, life, all of the all that is. Please love it. So hard, completely back into the light, back into the all that is, back into the nothing and the everything. Please take it. Return it to the light. You can take another deep breath and just feel all of that leaving your body, leaving your system. Just feel this incredibly powerful, true sense of power of the all that is, of this radical, complete, total letting go and forgiving. This is a version of true forgiveness. Again, you can ask God to just love it so completely and totally back into the light. You can ask God or source or spirit to love yourself so completely, fiercely, unconditionally, truly unconditionally. You are loved unconditionally. So you can say, God, spirit, source, the all that is, please radically, gently, and yet fiercely love me so completely back into the light, back into the all that is. And so it is. Amen. And please come back to this gathering, this meditation, this time with the all that is you, the all that is us, here with you anytime and every time you feel called. We are here. You can call on us, be with us. You are us. We are always here. We are always you. You always are the all that is, the light beyond the light, infinity, source itself, the divine. And so it is. Amen. Okay. All right. There you go. That was beautiful for me. Yeah, I will actually make a little mini video with just that prayer, whatever else wants to come through. That feels really important. So I'll do that for you as well soon, and I'll link that with this video. If you resonate with this video or any of my videos or this message, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel. That really supports me to continue to hold this space and do this work for us, for you, for myself, for all of us, what we're doing here together. Yeah, and it also really supports me and helps me to, if you like it, to click like and comment and share anything you feel called to share. Yeah, and share this video if it feels if you feel called to do that, share it with anybody who you feel might benefit, your loved ones and friends, family, etc. Beautiful. May this this video bless you, bless all of us. And I would love to hear your experience of this radical forgiveness. Yeah, what does it feel like for you? What does it feel like in you? It's really, really profound for me, and absolutely feels like one of the key components of what is needed in this time for lots of us and for our world. So I would love to hear anything you want to share. Thank you so much. See you soon.